Here's a hot mess. Here's a hot mess. Okay. So I have been doing pretty good at keeping these as short as humanly possible. And these are faith-based, success through faith, whatever you want to call it. I got them from the book Blessed and Unstoppable by Dr. Billy Alsbrooks. And I just kind of like took notes on each chapter and applied it to my life, applied it to this business. And I'm sharing those notes with you guys today. And this is lesson 3. It is adopting the mindset of the unstoppable. It's one thing to have goals and dreams, but if you don't have the actions to put with them, or the understanding that failure is inevitable, then you're not going to make it. As soon as you accept and you realize that you're going to fail every single day, we all fail every single day at something that we do, at being a mom, at being a Christian, at being a dad, at, being a neighbor. We all fail at something we do. There's always something at our jobs that we're going to forget to do, or anything like that, right? Like, so failing is inevitable, right? We're going to get aggravated with the person that cut us off. We're not perfect. We are human, and we are forgiven for that. But you're not going to make it in what you're trying to do if you don't realize that failure is going to happen, and failure is just a stepping stone to success. You have to fail to succeed, because that is on your way to success. You can't just wake up and be successful. You have to go through a lot of the things to be successful. That may sound harsh, but you have to know that you're going to fail so that you can prepare to push harder. Because winners hate losing, but winners and champions and leaders, they learn and know how to take that defeat and to use it as motivation to keep going. So you're going to fail, but we hear it all the time: fail forward, fall down, get up, fall down, get up, fall down, get up, right? Remember why you started. Always remember why you started. Don't quit. And maybe you need to refocus or shift the way that you're moving, but never give up on your goals, and always remember why you started. When I first started in this and I got the IPA list, and it was like this whole big list, and I had put it on my wall right here on my screen, when my desk was that way, but I had like this whole list of things to do throughout my day. And I would just check them off, and I would just check them off. And I cannot tell you how many times I revamped my IPAs to try to fit some mold, to try to fit the schedule of another leader, to try to, it wasn't me. There was no me in any of my IPAs, none. I have this green calendar. Ask me about it. I'll send you pictures of it. Literally every single day is filled with, this is what I post about today. This is what I post about Tuesday. This is what I post about Wednesday. Don't forget to do this reel on Wednesday, et cetera, et cetera. And it's like all filled, but there was no me in any of it. So I had to revamp my IPAs. I had to shift the way that I was doing things. I had to refocus the way that I was doing things. I had to look at my roadmap, right? Because I felt like I was just doing all of the things and nothing was happening, and I didn't have any feeling in my business. I didn't have any feeling in what I was doing at all. So sometimes you need to refocus or shift the way that you're moving, but just don't ever give up and hold on to your goals. I hate it when that does that. Hold on to your goals and always remember why you started in the first place. Why are you here, right? Because winners and champions and leaders will carry themselves differently. They refuse to allow self-limiting beliefs to take control. Self-limiting beliefs are going to come. Those thoughts are going to happen. They're going to pop in. You're going to think them, those little thought bubbles. I don't know if I'm going to be able to do that or not. Swipe it, swipe it, sweep it, get it out of here, right? Don't let it control you. They don't even entertain them. They come up, they keep moving. They discipline their minds so that nothing will keep them from achieving their goals. To them, nothing is impossible. And nothing is impossible without God, right? So you have to refocus when those thoughts pop up, because they're going to pop up. They always pop up. Those negative thoughts, those disparaging thoughts, those I can't do this thoughts, they're going to pop in. Don't even entertain them. Acknowledge them and flick them out. Like, psh, you're a gnat, you're annoying, let's go. I got this to do, right? To become unstoppable, you have to always have your victory song playing through your spirit every single day. I don't care if you use it in your head while you're at work. I don't care if it becomes your alarm clock and that's what wakes you up in the morning. Have your victory song, no matter what it is. I happen to like, I don't even remember the name of it, but it's that G-Eazy. That G-Eazy song. I absolutely love it. It's in almost every single one of my playlists. I absolutely love this song and it keeps me going. Have whatever your victory song is constantly playing, whether it's your alarm clock, whether it's in your head while you're at your job, whether you're on a road trip or on your way to work or whatever it is. Have your victory song playing through your spirit that carries you through your day, so that when pain or loss and defeat come around you, you see them as learning opportunities and you keep going. If one way doesn't work, you find another way, but you don't ever quit. Success involves taking risks, getting uncomfortable. And I'm not just talking about going live. I'm talking about what you talk about when you go live, right? Talk about your experiences, talk about your journey, talk about what you went through, talk about how hard it is to raise kids as a single mom, talk about just like all of the things, whatever it is that you overcome, whatever it is that you do on a daily basis, talk about that, get uncomfortable and talk about the things that you wouldn't normally talk about, right? Don't just talk about the products and how great they are. Don't just talk about the comp plan and the free vacations that we get personal. Put you in your business. Success involves taking risks and training until it hurts. You don't just sign up for a race without training for it first, right? You have to train to run that 2K, to run that 5K. I've never run a 2K or a 5K before. If I was to start, I'd be a mile in and drop. I ain't playing. You have to get up and you have to train for what it is that you're doing. You have to have that mindset that losing is not an option. Knowing that failure is inevitable, but losing is not an option. So whatever it takes to win, whatever you have to do, however you have to go about it, right? Always play that victory song. Keep yourself motivated. They say motivation is fleeting, and motivation is fleeting, but if you keep yourself motivated, you're constantly motivated to keep moving. Like an Olympian who tripped and fell. You guys remember in the Olympics not long ago, she was running that race and she tripped and she fell in that last lap, right? And she got up and she still took the gold for her country. She tripped and fell on the last freaking lap. I am going to find a poster of this woman and I'm going to hang her on my wall, because that is absolutely incredible. She tripped and she fell on the last lap and she got up and she got gold for her country. There is no quit. There is no tomorrow. There is no plan B. You have to adopt that mindset to wake up every day and keep going with your why right there on a post-it on the edge of your brain. And you have to keep going because you want this more than you want to breathe, because you're so tired of living day to day, of never knowing if you're going to have money for bills. You have to keep going because you know that in 8 years you could put a down payment on your dream home. You have to keep going because you know that in 3 years you could quite possibly be having your car paid for. You have to keep going because we see the possibilities that this company presents. We see the possibilities that this company has. We see the leaders achieving their goals day in and day out. We see new leaders coming in and hitting their VIPs every single day. because they're hungry. We see leaders here who are no longer having their cars repoed, who no longer have to hide their cars in grocery store parking lots, who are no longer going into bankruptcy, who are no longer on assistance. We see the possibilities that this company can create for us. But you have to create that for yourself. You have to create that for your life, but you have to develop that mindset first. If you have to get up every single day and do 20 jumping jacks just to get yourself going, or do 20 push-ups, or do whatever, do it. I get up every single day in the shower. I got a Stephen Furtick sermon going on, and then I'm over here and I'm in my Bible and I pop my capsules and I go downstairs after I'm done reading my Bible and I mix up my shake or my boost, and then I get into a book or I get into a podcast, and then my day is nothing that day can throw at me. Nothing that day can throw at me is going to knock me off my feet, because I've developed that mindset. There is no plan B. And that's what you have to keep telling yourself. If that's what it takes for you to keep going, that's what you have to keep telling yourself. And you can't quit on yourself. I know better than anybody what it feels like and what it is to give up on yourself. I know what it is to give up on yourself. It sucks. I don't ever want to live in that mindset ever again. And I don't wish that mindset on anybody. So if that is my motivation every single day to get up and keep pushing, not that I can put my down payment on my house in 8 years, not that I can have my car paid for in 3 years or whatever, not for this in this many years, not for that in that many years, but I don't want to live like that anymore. I want better for me. And when the finances come, the finances are going to come, right? But I want better for me. You have to build you before you can build anything else.